Good morning. This is Carter Conlon, and welcome to my morning. I'm wearing a hoodie this morning that Gary Wilkerson, the president of World Challenge, gave to me, and it's got pure religion written on the front of it. And I wore it for a purpose because it started me thinking, you know, if you were to ask me or I were to ask you, what is your definition of pure religion? Some people would say, well, the pure religionist is the guy who obeys the rules, is the person that, in a sense, keeps their mind focused solely on the things of God. There's a purpose here. We would have all kinds of definitions of what we think pure religion is. But yet, James describes pure religion in a profound way, which is the way that I believe that all of us should begin to see it. In chapter 1 of James, in verse 27, he says, "Pure and undefiled religion before God and the Father is this, to visit the orphans and the widows in their trouble and to keep oneself unspotted from the world." Pure religion in the sight of God is a giving relationship in reference to others because of our relationship with God. We've come to the cross. We recognize that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. He put into this world through his only Son what was needed for our redemption. We could not purchase our way back to heaven. There was nothing we could do to gain favor with God. And so instead of us trying to get back to him, he came to us. And that's the heartbeat of Christ. It's the heartbeat of the ministry of God. It's the heartbeat of the cross. Now, the opposite to that, a great picture of the opposite of that is the soldiers at the foot of the cross gambling for the garments of Jesus. I mean, they were at the cross. I mean, when they get to heaven, they could say, yeah, we were there. We actually were eyewitnesses of the crucifixion and death of Jesus Christ. We were at the cross. And then the next question would arise, well, what did you do at the cross? What did you do with the cross? Well, we threw dice and we gambled for the garments that, were apparently made available to us because of the crucifixion of Christ. And I think of the numbers of people today, especially in the Western world, that are going to church on Sunday morning and in a sense throwing the dice. What new thing can I get from God now? How can I enhance my career? How can I build my reputation? How can I become a better person? How can I, etc. It's all about me. I'm at the cross, but I'm not at the cross. My seeking of God is not pure because it doesn't have the heart of God as the embodiment of it. It just has my own self-view of what I can get from the cross. And that's why the second part of the verse first says the pure religion is to visit the orphans and widows in their trouble. It's to visit the people, in a sense, that have no helper. And to keep oneself unspotted from the world. Well, the world is not like that. The world is like, how can I use you, to give myself an advantage? There's even religion that uses people for its own advantage, but that's not pure religion. And to keep ourselves unspotted from the selfishness, the self-focus of this world that is really the opposite of Christ. As a matter of fact, Jesus Christ said in the Gospel of Luke chapter 14 and verse 12, let me read it to you. It says, "Then he also said to him who invited him, when you give a dinner or a supper, do not ask your friends or brothers or relatives, nor rich neighbors, lest they also invite you back and you be repaid. But when you give a feast, invite the poor, the maimed, the lame, and the blind, and you will be blessed because they cannot repay you, for you shall be repaid at the resurrection of the just." In other words, don't be using your relationship with God and people for what you can get and how you can enhance your own situation, your own life, whatever the situation, even your own ministry. That's what we do here at our Bible school, at Times Square Church, at Summit International School of Ministry. Following through with that heart, we make a biblical education and training available to young people who feel the call of God, but they don't come from an advantaged background in many cases. Now, some might, but probably most don't. They don't have the structure. Maybe they're from a single parent home. Their mother might be a widow, and in one sense, they might be considered an orphan or fatherless. And they do feel the call of God. They have come to Christ, but they don't have the resources to get the biblical training they need to be an effective minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. But with the heart of God, at the center of what we do, we open our doors and we make our Bible school available for young people from all over the world who feel that call. We charge them a little less actually than 1/3 of what it costs us for each student in the school. And then we probably scholarship 70%, upwards even to 100% of that when we feel the candidate, the young person, is worthwhile. So in a sense, it's an extension of pure religion. We're not looking to bring young people in to build an empire. We're looking to build the kingdom of God inside of their lives. That's what pure religion is all about. Pure religion looks out from itself. World Challenge right now, as well as Times Square Church, are reaching out into the world to the addicted, the afflicted, the struggling, those that have no helper. And because of it, the presence of God is in the sanctuary. The presence of God is in our Bible school. The presence of God is with World Challenge, because the heart and the focus is not the building and improvement of self, but the helping of those that have no helper. Pure religion before God is this: to visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction, in their trouble, and to keep oneself unspotted from the world. And Jesus said, when you do invite people who can't repay you, you will be repaid. And I don't know of a better repayment than the presence of God in the sanctuary, the presence of God everywhere we go, the presence of God being manifested in the lives of others too as well. I don't know of a better repayment than God himself saying, I endorse this. And because I do, I've decided to walk with you. I've decided to manifest my glory around you. And because you've chosen pure religion over what this world would try to craft the cross into. This is Carter Conlon. And I really do hope that my morning makes the rest of your day, and for some, the rest of your life. God bless you. See you again very shortly.